Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Head of the Pack Network with your star, Kimba Wolf. No, or Kimba for short. Whatever you decide. I don't care. Anyways, I would like to talk about the E3 part, the Nintendo part of E3, which I just found out last night about all the details and all the games, and I'll get to that later. But right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about Microsoft's and PlayStation's dealio with the E3. Now, I've known about this for a while because it kind of floats around a lot more than Nintendo does, which I'm not sure why. But anyways, the reason why I'm going to be really quick with this is because a lot of you guys already know the dealio stuff, like the stupid crap that Microsoft was going to do with not being able to play used games without a fee, or having to be online 24/7, and being able to play online in your account only for an hour if you're at a friend's house, which totally did not make sense, and only letting up to only one friend borrow your game. Yeah, all that stuff, and it apparently was true for the most part, but I did hear from specific YouTubers, particularly, let me point out Alpha Omega Sin. He did say that they did that they actually did go back on, well, basically what I'm saying is they thought about really more of what they were doing, and I think they backed down on it and just started realizing what they were doing, and what they were doing was a crucial mistake. Yeah, it's pretty much it for that part. But the PlayStation 4, I really haven't heard anything to complain about for the PS4 so far. Especially their presentation was great. Not to mention, okay, let me put it this way. Not to mention, 90% of what they showed was games, which is what it should have been. Xbox One, all they showed was basically how your system will interact with the cable. You serious? Okay, if I'm going to watch cable, I'm going to use my cable provider and my cable's remote. I'm not going to use my game system. I'm going to use my game system to play some games. You know? I mean, I'm a gamer. That's why I buy systems, to play games on them. I mean, a couple other console features are nice, like Blu-ray players and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna use them to, like, okay, I will admit I probably will use it to watch Netflix and stuff like that, but come on, to actually have it connect to your cable provider and to watch it using the PlayStation, the Xbox One to control, I don't want that. I don't care about that. I know the PlayStation 4 is probably going to do the similar thing, and the Wii U's already doing that, but at least with those other two ones, they showed more about what games are going to be on it, which is what I want to see. Third party or first party, I don't care. I want to see some games. Now, anyways, that was the good thing about the PlayStation 4. A lot of what they showed was games, and some pretty good ones, like one in particular that I really have my eyes set on. Watch Dogs. Looked like it had amazing graphics. I even saw some gameplay videos. I thought it was really good. They're going to be making that on the Wii U, but the question is, how good is it going to look? Well, you can always comment down below to say, to basically put your input of what you think it might look like. You think it might look as good as PS4, maybe not quite as good, I don't know. I don't really care, but anyways, okay, so now let's just go to Nintendo here. Let's go through their games on what they're doing for their games. The first thing I'd seen when I watched one of the Nintendo Directs was a new Mario game. They're going to be making a new 3D Mario game. And apparently, well, it's going to be a lot like Mario 3D Land, except it's going to be able to go all the way up to 4 players co-op, with you being able to choose as Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Toad. And you got me right, I said choose. Turns out, you know how in most Mario games, first player would always have to be Mario regardless. Well, on this one, that's not the case. at least I think it's not the case. I think even player 1 gets to choose who he wants to be, because I saw a gameplay footage where only Toad where only Toad was in one video, only Peach was in another, and only Luigi was in another. And these were full gameplay videos. These weren't just movie scenes. They were actual gameplay videos. So yeah, and if they did do that, that's great actually. I wouldn't mind that at all actually. I mean, I'm not gonna put anything against Mario. I mean, he's a great character, but you know, I'd like to be able to be different characters, you know, for a change. Oh, and the the new Super Luigi add-on that they made on Wii U. Well, I haven't got a chance to play that. I don't even own a Wii U yet. I did get to play a demo of New Super Mario Brothers U, but I think the Super Luigi U was I think it was a great idea for an add-on. If I do get a chance to play the game, though, I definitely will. I might put a review on that. But the sad thing, though, is I think it was only one player, though, because you can only be Luigi. But I thought it was a pretty good idea, actually, and kind of goofy and a little funny at the same time. But anyways, let's see, what other games did I see? Oh yeah, a new Donkey Kong. Basically, it's going to be called Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I thought the title was alright, actually. And of course, it's going to be like Donkey Kong Country Returns. Graphical, it's going to be, has the same graphical kind of engine, except sometimes when you fly through barrels, it'll have a 3D dynamic, like maybe twist on the camera, which looked pretty cool. It looked pretty impressive. And I think it is only going to be on the Wii U. They might remake it on the 3DS like they did with Donkey Kong Country Returns. But anyways, they also put a new playable character in it. You can finally beat Dixie Kong once again. Because I remember back with the old Donkey Kongs back in the day, there was a couple of them where you could beat Dixie Kong, and now they finally brought it back. So that's good to see. I like that, and the fact that you can, you know, like climb onto Donkey Kong and you can have Donkey Kong float for a short time, and it's pretty cool. And oh yeah, and there was one thing I forgot to mention with the new 3D Mario game they came out with, and that was there's a new power-up actually. Mario, for the first time ever, is going to turn into a cat. So, and yes, we actually mean an actual meow meow cat. And so he'll be able to like climb up like walls. And something I actually thought was kind of weird, my brother actually mentioned that it was actually kind of cheap, is that when you go to a flagpole, you can actually climb up the flagpole and touch the top just that easy. So yeah, it makes it easier to get those 1-ups, although they didn't really give you 1-ups when you played the original Mario. But anyways, third topic, I would like to go all the way to The Legend of Zelda. They have 2 games announced. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker High Definition. Let me just talk about this one first. This one, well, let me just say, first of all, for the most part, I guess you could say mediumly impressed with the shadow effects in the high definition. But that's the only thing that I noticed, though, was the shadow. I can't, well, and I guess the sun looks brighter. You know, the sun actually does look brighter than, you know, and when you look into the sun, it kind of, the visual aspects will actually adjust to the light like our eyes do in real life. So, I mean, I guess that's good difference. And I like the trailer all the way up to the point when they were talking about the Tingle Tuner. Now, I can understand why they took the Tingle Tuner out, because you can't connect the Game Boy Advance to the Wii U. I understand that. Now hooking a 3DS to a wirelessly hooking it to a Wii U to be able to use Tingle there would have been a great idea. But what did they decide to do? Nah, they decided to add a Miiverse, to replace it with a Miiverse feature. Are you kidding me here? I mean, basically what you get is you get a bottle, And every time you use the bottle, Link will like grab out a piece of paper and he'll start writing on it, and then you type in whatever you want to type, and then he throws it into the ocean. And then everybody who's playing The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, they'll find, or The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD, they will find a bottle on the ocean, and they pick it up, and then whatever it says inside was something that somebody else threw in the ocean. First thing, I don't mind that they put that in, but they didn't have to take out, for second player being able to use Tingle. They really didn't have to do that. But anyways, well, let's move on to the next Legend of Zelda game. It's actually going to be on the 3DS, and it's going to be called A Link Between, actually, I think, A Link Between Two Worlds. Sorry, A Link Between Two Worlds is what the game's going to be called. I guess the title's name is alright, but what I didn't get is that it's an overhead view. Why is it an overhead view? I'm actually not that upset with that, but it just was kind of weird. I was just kind of weirded out by that, but I thought it was weird because Link can actually go into walls and like walk through them and stuff. But here's the main thing: the Link that's in the game looks like the Link from A Link to the Past, and not to mention the gameplay of it and the way it looked. The overworld looks exactly like A Link to the Past, so I'm wondering if it's just a remake of A Link to the Past. If it is, that would be even more disappointing, because why would they not only come out with two Legend of Zelda games at the same time, but why would they have them both be remakes? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they come out with two remakes at the same time? I mean, it'd be different if maybe they came out with two Legend of Zelda games, one brand new one, and one remake. They kind of did that with The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D and Skyward Sword. They came out around the same time. And The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword was new, and The Legend of Zelda, they were announced at about the same time, but they actually did, the Skyward Sword came out a little bit later. But, yeah, Skyward Sword is a brand new Legend of Zelda game. Ocarina of Time was a remake. We were okay with that, especially because they remade Ocarina of Time in 3D. But, yeah, they didn't get that they're not only making two Legend of Zelda games at the same time, but they could possibly be making two remakes. I'm not sure if this game's going to be a remake, but comment down below if you think it's going to be a remake or not. Yeah, and I will be putting a link down below for that video too, so you guys can see it. So just click on that link. Anyways, alright, now on to the main event. Oh yeah, and I'm only going to be doing the reviews of the games I actually care about. Moving on to the main event. This one was actually what I was most fired up about. Super Smash Brothers. That's right. Not only on the 3DS, but also the Wii U. Are they going to be the same, or are they going to be different? I don't know. I really don't know. But 3 characters so far were leaked. 2 in the trailer, and then 1 on their website. The villager from Animal Crossing was a leaked character. That will be a character. You probably won't have to unlock him because they didn't have the whole challenger approaching thing. Now Mega Man, they put Mega Man in it. Now they did the whole challenger approaching thing, so you might have to unlock him, but I'm not sure. And then the third one, oh my god, I did not expect this at all, and you guys are probably going to freak out when I say this if you guys haven't seen the trailer yet, but yeah, you ever played Wii Fit? Do you remember the female yoga instructor that would teach you how to do all the exercises and stuff? Yeah, she's gonna be a character in this game, and it was proven. They showed all of the animation effects. Apparently, all of her attacks are gonna be based on yoga moves, which is kind of weird. Is this gonna be a character that I'm gonna want to be? I don't know. Is it a character you would want to be? Comment down below if you think so, or if you think it wouldn't be a good character. But anyways, I'm running out of time here, but anyways, if you think, now this one's going to be for Super Smash Brothers. If you have any characters that you would love to see in Super Smash Brothers, in the next Super Smash Brothers, that haven't been in a Super Smash Brothers game, please comment down below. If there were any characters in Brawl that you didn't like, that you don't want to come back, comment down below. if there are any characters that were in Brawl that you want to stay in Brawl, or even in previous Super Smash Bros. Games that left that you want to come back, like Dr. Mario, for example, comment down below. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Yeah, that's right, listening, because I just have the Nintendo logo up there. Don't worry, that's going to change soon. But anyways, this is the Head of the Pack Network with Kimbo Wolf saying peace.